Hey guys, what's going on? And in today's video, we're going to be learning how to generate hundreds of leads using Google PPC ads. If that's something that you might be interested in, stay tuned because I'm going to dive into my computer here real quick and show you guys how to walk through this step by step. If this is something that you're going to want to follow along with and create your own ad while I show you how to create ads, I highly suggest clicking on the link below and downloading the free Google Ads cheat sheet. It will help you along the way, make things a lot easier. Now, if you're new to this channel, my name is Kinnunen. I'm a licensed real estate agent with eXp Realty. I'm licensed in the state of Florida and in the state of Michigan as well. Without further ado, let's dive into this little tutorial and let's get started. I'll see you guys there. Alright, so first of all, let's get started by you guys going and downloading this free Google Ad cheat sheet. This is something that I used when I'm creating ads, not only for my clients, but other agents that I partner with here at eXp Realty. So go down to the description, click on the link and download this cheat sheet. Also, if you have any questions throughout this tutorial, feel free to put them in the comment section below. If you got some value out of this at the end of the video, please give it a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed it, and it helps me create better content for you guys. So, alright, so after you get the cheat sheet downloaded, you're going to want to go to ads.google.com, and if you already have an account set up, it's going to take you, it might just sign you right in actually, but if you don't have one started already, go ahead and click on start now and start creating your ad. You're going to or not your ad, but your account. Once you get your account set up, skip the smart ad setup, skip that. Don't do that because we're going to walk you through setting up your first ad, and those ads are not the greatest, I'll be honest with you. What you're going to want to do though is once you get yours set up, there'll be like a little button down at the bottom of your screen right about here that'll say switch to expert mode if you're just setting up your account. And if you miss it there's always, I'll show you where. You can always click on this little gear icon up here on the top, like top right about here. Yeah, you'll click on that, and then what you'll do is you'll switch to expert mode, okay? And that way your account will look something similar to this. What you then do is you click on new campaign, and let's see, just for the sake of this video, I'm going to click on resume campaign, and what it's going to do is it's going to resume the campaign that I was setting up previously. But if you click on new campaign, it's going to take you to this very first page just like this, okay? And I like to call my campaigns something that you will remember what they are. Buyer to campaign is not something that I like to use. I actually like to start off with like either the area I'm running it in or the neighborhood that I'm running it to. Let's say, for the sake of this video, let's say condos in Clearwater. So then what you do is you're always going to want to make sure that the search network is checked. Never do display network. Let's see, click on more settings. Those are nothing that we need to worry about at the present time. Here's where you're going to want to choose the location that you're going to want to choose, okay? And then there's some location options. Now if you choose United States, or you click on choose another location, you can choose another location such as, I don't know, say you do the city, Clearwater, Florida. 483,000 people is what it's going to be targeting. And what you do is make sure that presence or interest in that area is checked, because that way, even if they are searching for your particular area or condos for sale in Clearwater or in that area, it's still going to pull from it's still going to pull your ad up, because it's going to people that are interested in that area. Or you could just do presence. That's more for people that are just in that area though. So I always make sure I have this checked, and I don't do this. I run mine to the entire United States because, well, my people come from all over the place. You can exclude people, presence people in your excluded locations, recommended, presence or interest people in, regularly in, or who've shown interest in your excluded locations. So if you can set up excluded locations, and I highly suggest doing this, setting up locations such as, you know, China or the Philippines, or places where you know that there's clickbanks, to make sure that your ad isn't being shown to people in this area. I always make sure I have English here because I don't speak any other languages. Some of my clients and students do, so you may put Spanish here or something along those lines. Now, I've set up this ad before, so some of these things might already be checked, but a good, you can always go over to the cheat sheet right here, and you can scroll over to audiences, and these are basically the 4 audiences that I like to choose. You can put apartments for sale in there as well, but I don't deal with apartments. I don't want to deal with apartments. So I will check, you know, I don't want commercial homes for sale, new houses for sale. I don't want apartments for sale, houses for sale, you know, new apartments. I don't want to do that one. Basically, though, you'll type for sale. You can type for sale up here at the top, and it will basically, you pull up residential properties, which is right here. Let's see, we got residential properties for sale even. That's another one right here. And those are the 4 that I really use for my audiences. Now the next thing you're going to do is, I always make sure that this button right here is checked. That way it gives you a better reach. Now for budget, I always suggest starting with at least a $10 a day budget per campaign. Now, if you're going to be advertising here and then you want to advertise over there, and you take money from this budget over here, now you're going to get fewer leads over here, and it kind of just doesn't make sense to do that. So I always make sure that each budget at least has a minimum of a $10 budget. Now, this is something that we use to build our pipeline up. These are not leads that are going to be showing up and doing business tomorrow, okay? Or some of them are. I mean, I'm in this market. Some of my students, some of the people I'm partnering here with at eXp Realty, yes, are getting people that are wanting to do business right now, and that's great. But a lot of these, usually we're building our pipeline for 3 to 6 months out, so that we're consistently closing deals every single month. That's what this is for. So the nice thing about Google PPC ads also is, you know, a lot of people push Facebook. You'll hear a lot about Facebook. Well, Facebook I like to use for retargeting purposes, and I don't like to really run to a cold audience at I was going to say at eXp Realty, on Facebook, because like if you think about it, you go down Facebook, you'll be stopped at a stoplight, you'll just be like, I'm bored, stop sign, I'm bored, I'm going to scroll through. You know, you're scrolling, all of a sudden you see an ad, you know, and just think of it like a billboard when you're driving down the road. Not always do you want to eat, you know, are you ready for a Subway or a McDonald's or something, you know, but there's constant billboards, right? Eventually maybe you are, so you're looking for that one person that maybe is thinking about buying a house right then and there. But usually, in my experiences, when people go to Google, they're typing into the search engine these keyword terms, so they're wanting to do business right then and there, okay? So, well, not right then and there, but eventually, like I said, about 3 to 6 months down the road, usually. And you set them up on drip campaigns, and one of the best drip campaigns, every CRM program should have this, is you drip on them homes that come on the market as they come on the market, correct? So that's one key feature, and I just did a video about that. Go check it out. But your bidding strategy here, set a target cost. I'm doing it for conversions because I already have a conversion code set up on my website right now. If you don't have a conversion code set up right here, you can go to conversions, and then it's going to walk you through how to set up that conversion code on your website, and then you can run your ads for conversions. Now, in some of the higher click, higher amount click areas for some of my students and some of the real estate agents I partner with here at eXp Realty, we may change that bidding strategy around a little bit, just getting the clicks to a lower cost, getting your leads to a lower cost. So it's not a one size fits all the time, but this is how I like to start running them and adjust as we go along through the journey. So I'm going to run for maximum conversions, and these are site extensions and call extensions. This call extension is set up based on from my account level. So this goes on to all my ads that I run, but I'm not going to go over site extensions or call out extensions right now. But we're going to click on save and continue, and we're going to head over to the next step here eventually. I promise. There it is. Okay, so now we're going to change this to, say, Clearwater, and your URL, I'm just going to put in the Gulf Coast is my home.com, right? Okay, and here is where it's going to usually give you some keywords to really that Google wants you to use, and I never suggest using those at all. I have again, I have over here keywords that you can just copy and you can paste, right? And for the city, you can put Clearwater, and you just replace the city, and you make sure you put I always put quotation marks before and after for phrase match. As you can see down here, you have keywords broad match, which is kind of drawing from a broad, like say Clearwater real estate for sale. It will something that is even close to that. Maybe it'll be a newsletter somebody's Googling, and it might show your ad. So I always like to go with phrase match. Phrase match and exact match. Exact match, you have to exactly match that keyword phrase. Phrase match, they at least have to have something in there that matches your keywords. And I have a science kind of behind this. I'm only going to set up a few of these for the sake of this video and to keep us moving along. Just to make sure we get this video done. So I'm just going to leave those ones for right now. Well, we're not going to do it at an ad group level, so now we're just going to click save and continue. And here is where you're going to set up your final URL. Okay, so now I use Sierra Interactive, so I have certain landing pages all set up for certain ads. But what you can basically do is go to your website, go to, well, you don't want to go there. What we're going to do is we're going to go to Clearwater Beach condos for sale, because now you can copy this URL. You're going to want to make sure that you're set up so that when people go to your website, it forces them to register and capture their information. I'm already logged in at the top here, so I am it won't ask me for my information. But one thing I always like to tell my clients and my students is you want to make sure there's continuity between your ad and the landing page. Like with our ad, we're going for Clearwater, so when they land on a page, it should say Clearwater, Clearwater Beach condos. Okay, you don't want to send them to a landing page where it looks something like this, or just a search page that looks like, oh, let's see. I'll give you an example here. Something that looks like this, like a property search. It just says property search at the top, and they're not going to know, or there's no congruency between the two. Okay, So, and then here, this is going to be the display URL that shows, and I like to, again, keep some continuity between the two, right? So it goes Clearwater, Florida. Okay, so now here's where the headlines go. And you can just go over to the cheat sheet. I like to do city property search, okay? So you just copy and paste Clearwater property search, and then you pin that as number 1, right? Live MLS search. Pin that for number 2. Number 3, I like to look and see how many condos or homes are for sale, and then I'll do like 372 matching listings. And then I have about 12 different ones that I go through and I do. But for the sake of this, and then for the description, okay, again, you can come over here and just go here and just copy and paste, right? You're only allowed 90 letters per line, so like that would be 73 there, and then down here we'll have 90 on the dot. Okay, so then we pin these two, because a lot of times Google likes to go through and rotate them around to try and match them up, but I have enough experience, and nobody knows our industry like you know your industry. Plus, what you do is you do a lot of research on your competitors to see what they're doing. If they've been running the same ad for a long time, well, then you know that that ad is a good ad to you know, at least look at. Okay? And then you go save and continue. So that brings you to a page that looks like this. Then you're going to hit publish. It's going to publish your campaign. It's going to go under review. You can either create another ad or click create ad extensions. We're going to go ahead, we're going to click create ad extensions. And basically what that does is, well, you can do call outs. We'll go with call outs first, and call outs are just so when you get to this page after clicking on call out, you'll click, like, these are some examples that you can set up. Call us today, set up a showing today, start your search today. And I usually go with 3 and add to campaign, and then we would add it to the campaign that we just created, or you add it to the ad group that we just created. I'm not going to go and do that, but up here at the top you can then go to site link. And then you click on create ad extension, and here is where you can put like your site link text, which is basically similar to this, where you can do search rentals here, South Florida real estate, or you can do so you can go write a description similar to see popular beachfront condo communities. It's a few characters too long. Split it up into 2, and then you would do your final URL, which would take you to a page that corresponds with what your site link says. I like to do at least 2 of these, and then you'd hit save. I'm going to hit cancel on it, just because I'm not going to actually be running this ad. And then what you're going to want to do is, for the keywords, we're then going to go to negative keywords. We're going to add negative keywords, and I have a negative keyword list that I like to use. Just come here and you hit copy and you hit paste, because I don't want anything that says cheap in it, for rent, wholesale, for sale by owner, low cost. So those, and I'll leave those at a broad match, so that obviously anything closely related to that, it will block those keywords. Then what you do is you hit save, adds it to the negative keyword list here. You always can change it. You know, you could, right now it's on broad match, you could do phrase match, but like I said, I like to do broad match when you're going with the keywords. And that's pretty much it. You know, you got your site extensions right here, like we just went to, and you can get to it again just by going here. Definitely want to keep it at a campaign level though when you're doing these. You don't want it, because if you do it and you click on account level, that means any ad that you create from here on out, it will then have these same these same call outs on it, and every ad is different. So you don't want to do that. Make sure you do the campaign level. And yeah, so hopefully you got some good information out of this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments below, or schedule some time with us if you want to talk about our agency running your ads for you, or if you're thinking about joining eXp Realty. This is some of the things that I do for our agents that join eXp with us, is I help them run their ads. I help them set up their drip campaigns. The drip campaigns is something that I cover in the course, and something that I help my students with. But the drip campaigns is extremely important. You know, you want to hit them with not just, you know, a list of homes all the time, but you want to give them some kind of information about the neighborhoods, about the school systems, videos on the pros and cons on living in the area. You know, that's why starting a YouTube channel is a great idea, because then you have that information to work into your drip campaigns. And that's something that we cover with everybody that we work with. So if that sounds like that might be helpful for you, feel free to reach out to us anytime. And I look forward to helping you guys. Until next time, guys, happy lead generating. Have an awesome week. Talk to you guys later. Bye.